to Shell Shockers. So, in between this episode and the last episode, there were some updates. Specifically some more shop items. So what we've got now are what are called I believe the rotten egg skins and things like that. So we've got all these that are like toxic and rotten and all that fun stuff. So there's two actual, well, I guess I was gonna say two skin sets that came out, but it's not exactly two. It's a skin set and a hat. So first off, we're gonna buy all of these ones. And I kind of like this one. I kind of like that one, but I like this one more. And then, so there's this one here. I won't be buying that today. I don't have enough. But this one is permanent in the shop, where these other ones are not. So then we've got these guys, which are kind of like a mixture between the bandana and the red goggles. Which is kind of interesting. There we go. I do like the black one the most, I think. But it does kind of... I have a feeling it might cover up... I'll have to see how they combine with these, but I have a feeling they might cover them up, which would be kind of weird. So let's get this. Oh, that's interesting. It's got, like... Are those little syringes on the side or something? I don't know. I'll have to take a closer look at them when I buy them. But let's get when I look at them in the shop. So let's buy all of these guys. I should have enough for... Whoops, did I not? I didn't buy it. Whoops, there we go. I was gonna say, I should have enough for all of... Did I not buy any of these? What am I doing here? I was pressing the wrong button. There we go. I'm smart. I have all the smart. Let's try this again. So I believe all of the rotten items together are approximately 75 grand, and then this also is 75 grand, but this one is permanent in the shop, whereas the other ones are not. So I'm just gonna get all of these guys. I got that one. Here we go. Perfect. Oh, I like... They kind of remind me of Splatoon skins. I kind of like that. I really like Splatoon. I'm not a huge fan of... Actually, I'm not a huge fan of this type of game, even though I happen to be fairly decent at them in general. Yeah, so this does kind of cover up these guys. Could you move? I want to see... Yeah, it kind of does cover those up. So I think these are... Yeah, these are skins that we already have, but they're green and drippy. Because the green one, it's this one, or that one, and then it's the smiley face, and this smiley face, and then the toxic stamp, and... I believe there's another toxic stamp. Is there not another radiation stamp like that? I guess there isn't. I mean, there's the one for the TXC clan, but that's not the same. No, I guess there isn't. I thought that they were all matching, but two of them are ones that we have already, just green and drippy. Yeah, so then let's equip that. Alright. So, also in between now, well, actually, for the last couple months, there have been several new maps, and I don't remember which ones I've actually showcased on the channel. So now there's more than one that I don't think I've shown, so I'm going to show off a variety of them now. So I'm going to have to say that I know we did Bastion, but Bastion has changed since that episode that I played with Wizard support. So I'm going to check out the changes, and I haven't played on it since then. So let's take a look. Alright, so a couple things I know were changed were these little, those little things were right next to each other in the original version of the map, because this one was right here. Because, we discovered that if you stand on them, if you stand in between them, you, like, vibrate and can't jump. And then this little wall right here was removed, and a couple of other things. The sizes of this stuff up over here are different, because now you can get up here quite a bit easier. I think that's the majority of the differences, at least the big parts of them. I think some of these were moved around. I think there were a couple of them in here, but I'm not quite sure. Alright, it's mostly the same, but there are... Yeah, so now we can walk through here. And I believe there was a ladder added... Yeah, there was ladders added over here. I don't think those were there before. I think you could get stuck in the corners. Yeah, so all in all, I do like the changes that were made to this map. Anytime in a map where there's locations where you can get stuck in a corner, and I know this actually happened during our fight, I got stuck in a corner a couple times, and it was very disadvantageous to myself. While that can be cool for strategizing and stuff, it's not great for random people during random matches. So I very much approve of these map changes here. I don't think there was a lot of changes done up there. And one of these was moved back, because I believe both of them were next to the edge there. Alright, so that's the changes. I'll see what else we got here. Biohazard. Whoops, gosh dang it, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Hold on, I need to... yeah, no, home, yes. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Biohazard. This is another map that I have showcased once before, but I've never actually played on. At least not in any significant way. This was the map that was made for the egg organization takeover event. Yeah, so it's got the big biohazard symbol up here. And down here we have each individual house. Before, when I showcased this before, a lot of the grass wasn't here, and it was literally just, the houses were each individually, segmented off. But now it's mostly just a big open map. I don't know if this is a good map to even really play on, and in any significant amount of gameplay style, because it's clearly going to, snipers and ballistics rockets are going to clearly dominate this map. So I know that this is a leftover from an event and they keep it here, and I don't think they're ever going to put this in the public map pool, but they might. I don't know. We'll see when we see. All right, so let's check. Let's see, what else do we have? Done all these. Jailbreak. Okay, so I don't know if I've done this one on this one has been rotating in the public map pool, so I might have done an episode on this one before, and I don't remember. This one also is a part of the egg organization takeover event. This one is kind of more the practical map that came out of that. This is the ending. The developers of Blue Wizard Digital escaped from the egg organization, and these were the cells they were kept in, and they kind of revolted and got out of there. And this one has a few interesting, little tidbits here. You can get up on top of here, and I believe you can get in top of that tree, too. There's also an underground segment that has 3 entrances, I believe. Yeah, there's an entrance right there. There's an entrance right here. And there's an entrance underneath, down over here, I think? Or no, is it over here? It's right there. Or is there 4? Is there another one over here? Or am I delusional? No, it's... maybe there's one on both ends? No, it's over here. Yeah, and then, this map has had quite a few issues with, I don't know, the ladder's not working for some people, and, oh, this is different. Oh, this used to just be one long hallway. I think that was altered. Huh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so then the rest of this seems to be approximately the same. There's this little loop around here, and then there's 2 ways up and out. Yeah, so other than that, there's not a lot to talk about this map, other than, there used to be a ladder coming out up here, which was, I believe, the only way to get up on top. But that proved too difficult for most people to get, because you had to jump out and then jump back up, which would give it too much of an advantage for people who knew how to get up there. So they added quite a bit more access points to the roof, which I think is good also. Giving advantages to people who are a little bit more skilled with maneuvering through the game is something I do agree with, but at the same time, if there's only one way up, it may be a little bit too hard, or if it's this vast of an area, that I think is a little too much. Unlike Mud Gulch, where if you're skilled enough to get up to the very top, you have a little bit of an advantage, but it's not like they can't still kill you up there pretty easily with a couple of sniper shots. This one, you could hide in quite a few places and never get shot. Yeah. So I'm glad they changed that. So let's see. I know there's Sky Scratcher. I don't know if I've done that one in a video or not. Sky Scratcher. So this is a very vertical map. It might be the largest map in the game, just by size. I'm not entirely sure if that's true, and I don't think it's the map with the most surface area either, because a lot of this is just vertical things. And from what I've found, being up on top of here isn't the best place to be. From what the way I play this map is I oftentimes run around the edge of this segment right here, because you can get a pretty good view of the majority of the map. I very rarely ever come down here or inside these. I hang around the 2/3 top half of the map because I can shoot down. It's a lot easier. It's harder for people to shoot up towards people. And there's a very small surface up there to stay on, and it's very easy to pick people off who are climbing ladders. And it doesn't take that long to get around to the other side to be able to take people down. So it's a lot easier to defend that area up here from this than it is up there, because you have to get close to the edge. If you want to shoot down at people, you have to get close to the edge, and people here-ish can take pot shots at them. So that's my strategy here. I can get usually between, I don't know, 40s and 60s streaks on this one. It's a pretty good map for a lot of strategy if you're doing teams modes and things like that, and people kind of are in the correct locations. All right. Oh, not inventory. Moving on. Let's go to what's next? Space Factory. Okay, this one I actually know a little bit behind the creation of this one. This one was built by the devs to facilitate being viewed. I don't remember if I've shown this off or not, but the majority of this map has clear sides, so it's very easy to spot what's going on. It's very much a spectator arena. The only place that you can't really see what's going on from the outside is in here. But for the most part, the rest of this is very open, and it's very layered and structured so that if you're watching it, if you're spectating it, you're going to have a much better time following the action than you would in most other maps. In most other maps, there's a lot of things in the way. It's really hard to get in there, and especially if people are, like, if I were to do some form of, like, viewer event or something where I was overseeing some kind of competition of some kind, I would place it on this map, because this is the one that's going to be the easiest to watch and the most fun for the viewers, because me being a entertainer, I care more about the viewers' potential to be entertained than I do about my personal enjoyment of the game. This is not my favorite map, but if I were to hold an event that I were to show people, I would hold it on this map. That's just my 2 cents worth. Let's see. What else? There's Temple. And is that the last one? Yeah, okay. So Temple is the brand new one that just came out. I haven't even seen this map yet. I've seen pictures of it, and I've seen video of it that has been shown on the Blue Wizard Digital Discord page. but I have not actually gone into the map myself or seen it. I do know the basic idea of the map. It's also a very vertical map. But I haven't actually. I want to spectate around and look around it first. So I haven't explored this map at all. So I don't know. I don't know I know you can get up on top of it. You can get up here because this is where the spatulas spawn. So this is like a, I believe this map was mostly specifically made for capture the spatula. The capture the flag style mode. It's also, I believe this one is actually symmetrical. Yeah, this map is 100% actually symmetrical and not faux symmetrical like some of the other maps are. So like Cluck Grounds, or was it Mud Gulch? Mud Gulch is it's faux symmetrical. It looks the same from each side, but the actual specific location of objects are different. Whereas there's this type of map where it actually is symmetrical from each side. It's a mirror image. And the majority of it is like that. So let's get in and mess around on the map a little bit. I don't know where you can traverse and what the good vantage points are. I don't think that, oh, interesting. You can get on these. I don't think the map has been in the public circulation pool yet. Maybe it has, I'm not sure. It just came out. And oftentimes when a map is brand new, they don't put it in the public circulation levels just right away, so they can get any glitches or they can get rid of any glitches or whatever problems they have before. Oh, so you can stand on these. Okay, so being up here doesn't actually grant you a lot of visual space. So if you're going to be up here, you kind of want to be here. In one of these little doodads. Okay, interesting. Alright, you know what this reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of, there's a level, or there's a course in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, where it's the Super Monkey Ball course, and it has all these zigzag backs, and you kind of climb some scaffolding by going around, around the center of it. And you get shot out of I believe you get shot out of a cannon at the end. That kind of reminds me of that, like the colors and the way that the way that these ramps work. I kind of like it. I can't say, I'm not going to be able to say whether or not I enjoy actually fighting on the map, because I don't have anyone to fight right now. But I like the design. And it does have the potential for a lot of... How do you get up? Oh, okay, it's around the edges. Okay, so that leads up to there. How do you get to these ones? Oh, is this not even touching? Oh, look at that. So you have to go up here to get into that center thing. Because there's no access point to this other than jumping down from it. That's really cool. I really like that. Okay. This also... Okay, this could be a good vantage point, too, because you can get up here, and they can't... Like, people with shotguns and things... People with shotgun have to go up and drop down on you to be able to get you from here. And I am looking at this from someone who uses a sniper, so I often look for, that kind of strategy for how a sniper would operate. Oh, those are like... Okay, I wanted to look at these. It looks like it's a broken tube on the side of the gun there. Okay, that's interesting. At least that's what it looks like. Cool. Alright, so I think that's all I've got to cover in this episode. I'm not going to be playing any rounds of games in this one. This is just kind of an update thing. There's a lot of new stuff that I haven't covered yet, and I think how I'm going to be doing this from now on is this kind of thing, where I'm not going to do an update episode every single time there's new maps or something. I'm going to wait until there's a significant amount of them that I haven't covered, I haven't talked about, and I will throw in my 2 cents on the new maps and things You know, kind of when there's enough to put them all in one episode, so it's not taking away or adding to anything else. Alright, well, either way, that's about the time I've got for this episode. Like and subscribe if you liked the episode, ring that bell if you'd like to see more. Good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye! I forgot to do the thing where I give away clues to the location of the thing. Let's see. It's not in... What? I did one last... It's not in... Let's say it's not in any Sonic episodes? It's not in any Sonic episodes of any Sonic game. So that should cut off a couple hundred more episodes of something. So, whatever I said before, plus that. I am kind of bringing these off the top of my head. I may have to research which things to cut off later, but that'll come later. We'll see if anybody finds it by then. Good night, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!